Hi everyone, let's get this over with. Happy to see all of you. We get to play this map. But hey, once it's done, we don't have to think about it anymore. And all of the Seke fans can realize that we're going to Ilia. This is the squad that's coming along. Out of everyone that I could have brought, this is definitely some of them. There are people who like Seke. Well, okay. There's people who like Seke, and then there's people who don't like Ilia. Because I do know some people who will say, I am not a Seke fan, I'm an Ilia hater. Which, fair. So here's the squad we're bringing. I actually got to give you something other than these. Yeah, I think both are pretty not great. It's time for the hewing! It's hewing hours, boys. He's so dripped out. Otherwise, I think this is everything I really want or need to bring. Alright, you're bringing a backup steel sword for Rutger. Yeah, we gave him the boots. He's so dripped. Where is he? Look how dripped out he is. Okay. Oh, wait. I can bring some items on Laro for Douglas, because Douglas joins this map. Here's a kill lance for him. I think we'll put the vulnerability away and just run an elixir. What else can we give Douglas? I guess we'll give him a killer axe. We'll just have him run double killers. I think this is as good as it's getting. I hate this guy. Screw this guy in particular. Buckle up. We're gonna be in this map for a sec. God, this is awful. Yeah, I hate the siege stone placement so much. Otherwise, I can't think of any effective way to stall out from playing the map any longer, so we're gonna... It is possible. You either beat him with your own bolting, you get him from 2 range across like one of these tiles, or you longbow him. But otherwise, it's like, I hate this placement so much. This is so frustrating. It's going to be boring, but I'm probably going to just bait this bolting. Which I know is definitely the answer everyone wanted to hear. But I am not taking any risk with that guy around. Alright, Douglas, time for you to show us what you're made of. Do we believe in Doug? Do we have any Doug fans out here? Do we have any Douglas fans out there? So that's the funny thing about the warp staff. I don't have one. Warp staff machine is still stuck in the desert, so we kind of don't have one. He do got an awesome beard. This is a really good beard. I give him that much. The funniest thing that I can remember happened to Douglas in one of my playthroughs was I was doing an Ironman and something happened. Oh, I missed out on Jarrett died and Shin was already dead. So I was like, well, guess like I can't get true ending now. So I just killed Douglas. Because I was like, well, at that point, I don't need to go to the Glorious Ascension map. Clarine does have Restore. I'm like 90% certain she does. Alright, now that's the kind of game you want to play? I see how it is. Also, is that the kind of game you want to play? Because I see how it is. What's the context for the Arrows of Light? They don't. You're just kind of supposed to accept the fact that they're here. Unless it's supposed to be like, I don't know, like a security system, I guess. Most likely is what it's supposed to be. So it's like, like you have to. Doesn't Faye join here? Faye joined last map. I couldn't like weasel out a slot for her because I don't want to give up one of my Lord plus 9 slots for Fa. Alright, we're just gonna sit here for a second, see what happens. You're the enemies in a tower defense game. I will be using Percival on a lot of these threats. Lord, that did more damage than I thought. No. Oh wait, they don't just go down the staircases. That's right. I thought I remembered them just going down, like, the stairwells. Well. The map just got considerably worse. The Arrows of Light gimmick isn't even my least favorite part about this map. Like that's not even the part I dislike about this map. I just don't like this map because of like the status, the siege tomes. It's long. I just don't like this map in general. The Arrows of Light is like a whatever frustrating gimmick, I guess. But it's like the least of my concerns. Whoosh. It's okay, we will just use Percival. That's why we have him. Meow. Ow. Ow. Huh? Yeah, it's a long, twisty hallway with status and long range. It's so frustrating. Like, this guy has, like, all this range, and there's just no way to get to him without warp. And then, like, this guy, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is his range. He can reach all the way down to here from his throne. Like, that is not right. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, FE5 has poison damage outside of combat, so that's like... how much barrier do I have left? I still have quite a bit of barrier. Yeah, Larum needs to get patched up. God, I really thought I remembered these only being able to get on the stairs. I think maybe that's FE8? Maybe FE8's last Valny map, they only go down the stairwells? Grr. Annoying passive damage stuff. Here, now that the mages are gone, Douglas, go show them what you're made of. Here. You have 10 AS. You don't get doubled. Think of second scouring. I didn't get that far into that. Alright, buddy. You ready to go get him, Doug? Yeah, I don't think it can go down like the same path more than once per turn. That would be its own hell. But the fact it's just unpredictable 10 damage is so frustrating. And this bolting guy existing. Well, I guess I was wrong. You can't, like, get him on the left and right sides because he just doesn't move. He's completely stationary. I would almost... Ooh. I wonder if the pattern... Hold up. The pattern might be that it doesn't show up on rows where enemies start. So that way it doesn't, like, hit the stationary enemies that are waiting. I bet that's the pattern. A row where there's, like, a stationary enemy starting... It's probably a row where it won't show up. So that's the pattern. Yeah, I knew the boss column was safe. I think it'd be funny if the boss column wasn't safe. So every so often he just eats 10 damage and then like mends it back up. Or just sits there and throne heals it back up. If only Astro Storm existed. It's called the Warping Rutger. God, this dude is so awesome. Nope, we're going to baby strats this one, so buckle up. We're gonna click the heal button. Okay, we're gonna turn off these for a sec. You dodged, right? Yeah. Plan to go right or left? I think we'll go... There we go. I'm too tired to make a decision. You people do it for me. I'm not splitting the party. You cannot make me. Splitting the party is a bad idea. Last time we split the party, Alan ended up freaking dead. Ow. The Huening. Alright, just one more. Yeah, last time we split the party, people died. Alrighty. This guy is... no more. Now we gotta deal with this guy. I don't think this guy moves. I would sure hope not. Otherwise, this is gonna be a little awkward. Go Doug all over him. We have to turn his animations on. Twang! Profile pictures, Fred. Split up and look for clues. Alright, gang, let's split up and look for clues. Okay, people also died when we didn't split the party too. But... yeah. That's all I have. That's all I have to say. That's my reason. Alright. Roll out. I really want to get the Rutger Fear support. I could get the Shin one, but I really want to get the Fear support. I don't think there's any other range damage or anything, so, whoosh. Whoosh. Roll out. Now that guy's stuck in jail like he deserves. Dance Dance Roy. Roll out, surround them all. My brand! Oh, they have vulneraries. Okay. Everything to ash! Uh-oh, look out. Angie Douglas. Evil Douglas be like, I crit with a killer lance. It is a pretty good boss quote. I do like that. That's a pretty raw boss quote. Oh, he can move. It's okay. We're not gonna panic. There's no need to panic. Ow. 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 Stop! Ow. Okay, if we're gonna have an Arrows of Light gimmick where it does vertical damage to your units, can we not make the map based around narrow stairways or narrow hallways, please? And thank you, I'd really appreciate that. Restore staff! Okay, I do have... Priscilla's up in, like, the second deployment slot, so she's not likely to get targeted by status, so she should be safe from status. Come back here. Run away from the hostile Douglas, reference to chapter 16. But he's blue now. That's my attack. It's okay, we got dances. That's what we got dancers for. God, I really want to kill this sage, even though he's unequipped, but I'm not going to use up the longbow uses on that. Okay, we do need to heal up Larum. Boing. Okay, patch you up. Whoop. Ray. I kind of want to patch up Clarine. Also, special attack is making the enemy blue. That's my attack. I may have recently replayed Undertale a couple weeks ago. Let's do that. We'll do it like that. I did the neutral one just because, like, you kind of funnel into it initially, and then I did the pacifist because I like the pacifist route. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey! Tate Redemption arc! That's right, you guys also have bolting. I forgot the little mages also have bolting. Hugh Ballin? Hugh Ballin, for real, for real? You can't silence this man. We are not going to split the party. Doug's just going to stand right here and be evil and intimidating. Let's... They fear the impending Hugh Blaze. Just you wait until Hugh Blaze comes online. Okay, you go here and bait out that guy. Where's the bolting guy? So that guy is bolting. This guy is bolting. That's annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's a very limited bolting range. It only covers like these corners. Okay, bait out these guys, and then we'll go left. I want to get rid of some of these guys before I go left, because I know once you get in range of, like, these purges, the AI is linked some way so that whenever you get purged by 1 or 2 of these guys, everything just goes aggro, and it gets really scary. So I don't want that to happen, so we're just gonna go... Whoop. Douglas. So Klein and Lilina, they died because they ran out of HP. There wasn't anything I could have done about it. Klein died because I think I miscounted the tiles on something. Klein got declined. Oh, I remember what happened to Klein. I forgot an enemy had a hand axe, and he got killed in the water temple. That's what happened to him. And then Lena died because I thought 10 minus 2 was 6. So that's my fault. Oh my gosh, he is still going for that vulnerary, eh? Whoop. Yeah, and then Garrett died due to lack of anime girl. Twang! Oh, also, during the enemy phase, you guys won't have to worry about listening to as much, like, clicking from my chair, because I was at work, and the boss was like, hey, like, this chair has, like, a slightly chipped armrest or whatever, and it does not look professional anymore. We need new ones. And asked me and a coworker to, like, throw a bunch of, like, computer chairs out in the dumpster. And we were like, okay, but if you're throwing it away, like, can I just take one? And she was like, yeah, go for it, I don't care. So now I have this pretty nice computer chair. And I don't really care about the armrests being kind of messed up a slight bit because I don't put my arms on the armrest, so... Free chair, baby! I love free stuff. Oh, they silenced him. Meow. So I did notice that, oops, I baited the paladin. Unintended side effect. Completely fixable. With the big silver, big steel. 30 attack, 31, goes down to 25. You get down to 14, you also live in Arrow of Light. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You go there. How do you do with this thing? Oh, you don't double, that's tragic. Here, kill sword this guy. We'll do like that. Now we go this way. But first we need to... Okay, the bolting mage reaches these tiles. So as long as we do like... I need to get Percy out of the way first, I think. Percival? Look how good this unit is. Like, can we just take a moment to appreciate Percival for a sec? I'm not trying to split the party. I'm going to run the right side back over to the left because I'm scared of splitting the party still. Just use silver, actually. I'm more afraid of you, like, suffering from success. So now we can restore you. When was the last time we used my lady? I used her last map. I'm just too scared to use her this map. Come on, Tate! Woo! Okay, I used my lady last map. I've been using her most maps. I was just scared to field her this map because siege weapons. Because I am scared of siege weapons. Now, next map, assuming we're going Ilya, which we should, next map should be pretty cool for training up Zeus. So that's the plan. I might run the Huening over here just in case they need a hand, because he has 8 movement, baby! He's so fast. What do you mean he moved? Go crit! Fear, you are not doing yourself any favors here. Ooh, ammo tank. Yeah, I guess he was like really ready to go try to heal his friends. Eh. Eat light arrow. Okay, well that sucks. Well, fear dodge. This looks like a job for Hugh, baby! Here we go. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. I don't want Fear to show mercy, though. If I wanted her to show mercy, I would have replaced her with Alencia. Woo! Resistance! Magic Bulk! Ooh, look at that juicy hit rate. You guys run backwards just a little bit. Whoosh! And now, this guy has to attack two people who can counter him. I guess if he missed, that could have been a little sketch, but I could have danced like one of these two, I guess. So how do we deal with these guys now? Ray? No. Oh, no, no, no. How do I deal with this guy, actually? Like that? I don't think the sage is allowed outside his box. I think they just warp plates of food to him. Dual crit! Ooh! He dugged all over him. The stage is grounded. Oh, there's a javelin right there. Iron Axe to set up a kill. He's got a really good price on rent for that one bedroom. That or he lives in like New York, so it's $30,000 for him to have that 3-tile apartment. Look at him go! He's balling so hard. Roy contributions! We do have the Delphi Shield on use. We can just pop this guy. Wow. Did he break the only rewarp Stephanie Lee? But oh, maybe he used his last use of rewarp to go in the room, forgetting that it was the last one. And now he's just kind of stuck in there now. Cool. I do like Douglas's purple palette. I think it looks very nice. Or someone else had warp. Evil warp skipping. Black Knight warp powder malfunction. Where do you guys reach? Right there, right there. Ray, go show this guy who's boss. Heat Urple. Yeah! Ignore the 75% hit rate. He's awesome. Look at Ray go. I am one of Ray's biggest fans now. I have not thought about this unit for longer than 4 minutes at a time, and now I love him. Ironmans do that to you. Ironmans do really weird things to your unit perception and unit preference. You get some weird new favorites when you do Ironmans like this. Oh my goodness. Right, he's moving. I don't like that. Hugh, show him the door. Whoosh. Use Fireball and only Fireball. Look out, Tate. These guys have 40 HP. Wow. This guy's a problem. I don't like this. He would only use Fireball because he can't afford the ink and gold pieces to learn new spells or copy new spells. So he's just stuck casting Fireball for the rest of eternity. The boots! Okay, so we deal with this guy. Kill Axe. I want to see if I can feed this to Tate some. Look at that 4-hit KO! Actually, 2 rounds. Oh, this new chair also does something I really like, where it doesn't like click in or out for whether the back goes up or down. Instead, you like set a resistance almost, where it can always lean back, but you set like how much resistance it takes to push the back. So now I can like rock in my chair a little bit while I'm streaming. I can kind of like whoosh, sway back and forth, because sitting still is really hard while streaming. Hey, almost contribution. So close. Percy, get out of the way. Axe Reaver almost caught me off guard with that one. Use that. Alright, Tate. You were born for this. This is your moment. Never mind. I take it all back. Glad to see it's still the same old Tate. Despite everything, it's still you. The commentate L's are back on the menu. I have to look around and see if I can find a brand for it, but it feels expensive. I know that much. It feels expensive. Can we hit this guy? Okay. I'm starting to get a little worried there. Douglas! Yeah, that calf didn't want to go down. He was like, I will live forever. I'd like to see all the enemy phases playing. Can you stop? Can you back off, please? Is it like a brand name? Oh, there's even a spot where you can set... You can like raise or lower where like the arch on the back of the chair is to like fit your back better. Oh, this is really... I cannot believe they were wanting to just throw this chair away. Like, it's not broken or anything. Just, like, a bit of the armrest is, like, peeling off a little bit. But I will always take free. Oh, God. Stop. Oh, wait. That's tragic. That's awful. If I try to do that, there's a chance he just dies. Because you also have a longbow. I'm not taking that. I'll just deal with him being alive for a sec longer. Everyone, form up. Surround them all. Okay, this side's all pretty clear right now. We just have this air caliber guy. We can bait him down. We're gonna take this a little slow and steady. Mend up. Patch you up too. We're gonna get so much staff rank on Ray in And by that, I mean he might be able to use recover before the game ends. Let's see. So you can get all the way there. Alrighty, Ray. Show him your magical superiority. And then everyone get ready to dogpile him once he walks over here. Ray's good. As long as he keeps dodging, that's awesome. Ow. Look at this 2-hit KO. Actually, longbow. If I put you like here, where's my barrier? Barrier can reach. Okay, hold on. Hold on, this whole operation was your idea. So I vote. Here's what we do. You go beat up this guy. Whoa, 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 whoa. So let's spread everyone out a little bit. Oh gosh. Keep you out of range. You. Oh, there's no one for you to heal. How about this? You go there. You go here. Because I have an idea. I have a plan. Dance you. Top you off with some barrier. True, I mean, you don't need to level staff rank when you can just kill things. The best defense is a really good offense. So we go like this. What does it turn this into? Not bad. I mean, it's something. 1% crit. I knew that was asking too much. Now here's the real question. If I put like Rutger right here, or even better, if I put like Douglas right here, can I bait out a Purge so that he'll stand on a specific tile? Nope, but this works. I think he only has one more Purge left to use at this point, so I guess that was a little pointless, but... Oh. Who's targeting me? Oh, oh, that... She would have lived at 1. So she would have been fine. Heh. Okay, you have one more use. But this kills now, assuming it hits. Please hit. Shin, you are the chosen one. So this gets her out of range of the scary thing. This gives you Rutger bonuses. But now that this guy is going to start moving, that's terrifying. Percy, you go right there. Get ready to start baiting this guy. Everyone just kind of vibe where you are for now, I think. Zeus will be deployed in the next map. I forgot that this map is awful for Zeus. There will be Zeus next map. Going for Rutger this time. Okay, that's all of it though. Nope, he's just gonna go for another physic. I mean, I don't really care about killing this guy now, but... There is way too much Siege Tome on this map. We got some Maniac mode siege weapons going on here. Okay, I think I run up Percival and try to bonk this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dance here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. It's not perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is irresistible. I do like Zeus. I am one of Zeus's biggest fans. I like Zeus. I think he's neat. That's kind of sketch, but... What do you face if this goes wrong? If this goes wrong, you have to face 28, 16, plus 13, so 29. That leaves you at 10. You do live. If he gets hit by everything, he lives. Okay, we're right up on him at least. We're bringing all these Siege Tomes from Walmart, most likely. I don't actually know if they sell those there or not, but... Alright, let's start patching people up again. Patch you up. Just deck out in all Siege Tomes. The only weapon type you ever need, just Siege Tome. Oh, the Walhart Walmart joke. Oh my gosh, that takes me back. I remember if you went on the Fire Emblem Awakening Miiverse page, one of the most repeated jokes you would ever see is someone would see Walhart for the first time and go, Walhart? What about Walmart? And you would see like at least one of those posts a day. No, she will not. Well, this sucks. I forgot she had that little bulk. Who is Roy's girlfriend now? We're running out. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? FE6. Oh, hard work on the stream. Well, PC had to work hard on that one. Where is Larum? Bloop. Larum, you can go right there. I mean, I guess we have, like, Shanna. Well, I thought she had, like... For some reason, I always think Larum has, like, a decent amount of res, even though she doesn't. I always, for some reason, think she has, like, pretty decent resistance. I think I'm thinking of, whenever I was playing FE7, Ninian ended up with, like, pretty high magic resistance. Well, phooey. So who does that leave? Lilina's dead. Laram's dead. We're not doing Cecilia. That leaves... Sue's not getting deployed. Shanna, and we are not using Sophia. All right, Shanna, I guess you're next on the list. Wherever Shanna is, she's not even deployed. Okay. He's still fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Percy is still fine if he goes here, and I really want this guy gone. Are you actually kidding me? We can work with this. Wait, I don't have a dancer. I can't. He's fine, though. Oh, I guess you have light. Or divine. Oh, wait. No, he can't reach because it's too many tiles. I did barrier him. No, I didn't. I thought I barriered him. Who did I barrier? Oh, I barriered Shin. That's right. I thought I barriered Percy. Here. This guy's probably just going to go for a purge. Roy lives a purge. He has 37 HP. So here, Roy, you go there. You're there. You're there. But, like, just in case, because now I'm scared. I think Percival should be fine. He needs to get hit by everything in order to die. Like, the sniper, both bishops, like, and this all... Well, 3 of them have to hit, I believe. Out of, like, you, and you. But this guy's not going to have very much hit. 96... Yeah, that guy's not going to have that much. He should be fine. Plus, again, I can try to, like, beta purge onto one of these guys. We'll even try to bait with, like, weapon triangle. See, people started dropping because we got out of the Western Isles, and the Western Isles are, like, the best part of the game. What? Okay, we baited the purge at least. Okay, and he's just gonna fizz it. I don't like this map. Huh. Well, shoot. Can I reach you to physic? No, I'd have to get... So that's... 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Not the worst thing in the world, but she'd have to go here to physic him. And that would leave Hugh silenced for a sec. I don't think I mind that. If Percy attacks from here, we can try to go for this again. And I can physic him up, and I can just deal with the fact that Clarine is very unlikely to get silenced. Both my other mages would have to be silenced first. So now we physic him up. From like the least amount of distance away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Just like, we'll even do it from like over here. There we go. Physic. We'll also patch Roy back up. I want to break this men's staff just so I don't have like a single-digit use men's staff clogging up the convoy. So you exist, and I find it nauseating. So that's out of range. Still trying to build up that support, hopefully. And then Hugh can just kind of vibe here a sec. I have a sticker of Leaf saying I exist and I find it nauseating. And it's very useful and very applicable. Pop. Hey! Ray's just too goated. This sniper has 49 HP. Why did it take me this long to realize this? Alright, we can unshut up you. Alright, Percy, go beat up this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. This keeps him out of range of the Sage. I don't want to just solo everything with Percival, but if this map's not gonna respect me in my time, I'm not gonna respect it back. I'm just going to use Percival. You're out of bolting. This is where the global ranges button would be really helpful. I do really like the restore noise, the little sound the restore stuff makes. Jacob's juggernauting with a busted unit, that's how you know the map is messed up. When I start just relying on the good unit to do something, you know it's bad. The last thing I ever want to do is just send the good unit forwards and have them clear the map for me. You know stuff's messed up when we get to this point. I will find whatever means that I can to not just use the broken unit to play the map for me. Woo! Humongous! Alright, everyone line up to go bonk some people. Oh my goodness. Get him, Percy! The Sage can't reach him, he's fine. Oh, the sniper doesn't move. Ow. Would you do Naomi Garcia support and get a bow triangle attack? If they had a triangle attack, I would do Warrior Garcia, yes. Most riveting FE1 playthrough gameplay. Martha Minerva solo the 15th map in a row. This guy scares me. Because 28 attack. Yikes. Alright, baby strats. We're going to pull back just a little bit. I am going to sit back and do this the easy way. We're just going to bait this guy down, and then we're going to punch him. Woo! Okay, the Sage isn't a problem. Roy, get out of the way, though. Iron bow. Alright, everyone, get ready to go get him. What? Oh. Like, where are you going? Shin Shomu's boss. Good unit. I think it'd be cool if there was a trainee triangle attack. But it would be even funnier if it was locked behind having to do like all the super trainee classes, because the super trainee classes are very funny and not very good. The super trainee classes are like imagine unit or imagine class, but even worse. So, for example, imagine like Ross, like Super Journeyman Ross, is like imagine Berserker, but worse. Super Pupil is kind of just imagine Druid or Sage, but worse, because you don't need all 3 magic types and you miss out on stabs. No, we can't reach. This looks like a job for you. I guess Amelia's is kind of the most unique, but eh. I'm kind of glad they did something a little different with Ewan's and made it like all 3 magic types instead of just giving him a crit boost. It at least makes it like feel different. Because Ross just feels like a berserker, and Amelia just feels like a halberdier, I guess. And the extra point of movement. Super Recruit does get the extra point of movement over Generals. Where can you reach still? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you go up to 1 range the Armor Knight, you get hit. Got it. I actually have a very important job for Douglas for the rest of the map, I think. Super Ewan is just rejecting the promoted magic curse of becoming a staff bot. I will be an offensive sage. You can't stop me. Wait, how much build do you have? 17? Oh, no, wait. Oh, wait, he actually can pick you up. Shin is so awesome. 2, 5. You are going to go block any reinforcements. You two sure you don't want to support? I've been sitting you next to each other for quite a few turns. Yikes. Less yikes. Whoosh. Hey. We're wasting all the support points on other units. That's true, I gotta get the supports between Hugh and Ray. Whatcha? Nomadic Trooper note animations, baby! Woo! Hugh! Wow, that was a lot. Speed! What level is this guy? Oh, they're level 14. That's why they have 50 HP. Alright, let's play more baby strats. You go here, we will slowly lure out the enemies, because I'm taking no risks. I will once again reiterate, I do not like this map. I think this might be my least favorite map in the game. This is alright. He would have lived. The map isn't just boring. It's like, it's not boring enough that I can just completely turn my brain off and move my units forward. It's like, it's boring with just enough going on that I have to pay attention at least a little bit. Like this, or else stuff like this happens. It's so dreadful. Like, now that I'm done with all the siege weapon stuff, now I'm just moving my units forwards. Fear, you're gonna have like the most avoid out of everyone, right? Nope, Rutger does, because he is Rutger. Slowly move forwards. There we go, block the reinforcements. Anything else to do before we end turn? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, he's actually out of bolting range. Oh! That could have been problematic. Yeah, poor Garcia just gets over... No matter what timeline you're in, Garcia is pretty much always going to get overshadowed by Garrick. It's just kind of a sad fact of life. Move you up here. Hey, I'm at a point that anytime I see Garrick, like in FE8, I'll play FE8, see Garrick, and I think of you because of your profile picture. I associate that profile, that like icon, with you more than Garrick at this point. So when I see it, I go, "Oh right, that's like a unit's portrait. That's not just like a profile picture someone uses." Do you also have a Rider's Bane? Don't you have a Silver Lance? Oh my god, it's almost done. Yeah, same thing with FE1 Lena, where it's... I'll see someone play FE1, and it's like, oh, right, that's... Oh... Oh, here, these guys are moving now. Wait, why did you suddenly move that way like that? You have not moved this whole time. Why did you suddenly move? Same with this guy. Like, what line did I cross, or what did I... Oh my goodness. This map gets even worse. Maybe it's like if you enter this box or something, like this box area, everyone goes aggro on you, but god, that's annoying. Shin, swing a sword at this guy. Yeah, Sword Slayer does effective damage to sword. It's not set to do effective damage against swords. It's set to do effective damage against like certain classes that use swords. Yeah, it's effective against sword guys, effectively, and Erica. Weirdly enough, the Sword Slayer has been around since FE3. In FE3, there's a sword called the Sword Slayer. Yeah, there's a sword you can find called the Sword Slayer, and it's a sword that's effective against mercenaries and heroes. I have heard about the TRS Swordbreaker. I have heard the tragedy of Swordbreaker TRS. What's the logic? What's the story logic behind the Sword Slayer? The same story logic as the Lady Sword. It exists. Okay, let's wait here. We're almost done. We're almost out of the woods. Oh yeah, I guess I should have realized, like, if I had to explain like the sword sly. Okay. Probably have to explain the Lady Blade. FE3 has a sword called the Lady Blade that only female units can use, but it's effective against like thieves, brigands. Basically, if it can destroy a village, it does effective damage to them. The enemy had a lady. Katria took the lady. Iconic. I need to get my sword masters up here so we can bonk this boss and get out of here. Yeah, the Lady Blade is kind of neat. And then they changed it in... then they changed the Lady Blade in FE12 to where it's just a high might sword. It doesn't have the cool effectiveness property anymore. Like, that was one of the coolest parts about it, is that it did effective damage. And they just took it away and was like, nah. True, FE12 just making FE3 worse. That's just kind of its whole mission statement, seemingly. Same thing with stuff like Blizzard Magic in FE3 does effective damage against fire dragons. And then like fire magic does extra damage to ice dragons or whatever. And they just removed that in FE12. They were like, nah, it's not gonna do that anymore. I'm like, okay, but why? Like, it doesn't do too terribly much, but it's cool though. It's neat having this like effective damage stuff. Okay, we're gonna do like this, and then heal him up. Yeah, FE12 on its way to just take everything about FE3 and just somehow make it worse, which is funny because I'm already not the biggest fan of Book 2 FE3. Used to have Ubello fight fire dragons. That's so awesome. Ubello deserves that. He's so real. You in particular. Oh, hey, you can use bolting now. I think that's kind of neat. Here, you attack. I'm gonna throw you a bone and have you attack one of the weaker ones, I guess. Hey! Hold up. Roy contribution? Now we can bolting the guy in the enclosed room. I'm trying to think of stuff FE12 does that I like more than 3. Outside of basic quality of life, like the updated combat forecasts. But otherwise, like... Yeah, that is true. I do like Book 1. I enjoy Book 1 quite a bit. I think Book 1 is a very fun romp through Arcanea. See, I don't like the house everyone random items. Whenever I'm playing something like Awakening or Fates or whatever, I wish I could turn those off. Instead of trying to like deliberately avoid them or sell them afterwards. I really wish I could just turn those off. Alright, now that all the big threats are gone... Alright, FE12 also removed dismounting. But dismounting's so cool. Alrighty. I think we're just going to use Rutger on this guy, because Rutger is a pretty good unit. FE11 also has the same problem of adding a weapon triangle in a game that was clearly designed to not have one. and it's a little annoying. Here, we'll do this, heal him with you, and then rescue him out if we need to. Whatcha? Glad to see Rutger is still doing the Rutger thing. I know nothing about Frost other than he is a guy who exists in FE12 and BSFE. That is the extent of my Frost knowledge. I am getting out of here before the Arrows of Light do something. Woo! Got the Aureola! Throw in the convoy. It's over! I don't have to think about this map anymore. Ocean's Party! Yeah, the map went a little faster than I expected. I was expecting that to take like 2 hours. Alrighty! Now it's time to bring along... So you two are coming along. I want... the lady. Where's my Zeus? Zeus! Bring the Zeus. We'll bring Tate. We'll bring Percy. Bring Shin, Hugh, Ray. Who else is there we could bring? Who's next on the list of units who probably won't live to see the end of the game? Can we kidnap? We can bring Gonzo since I bothered. Oh yeah, we can bring Gonzo. He's a hard mode unit. God, 9 strength. Marcus looking bases. If I bring Kat, she's gonna die. Her bases are so sad. She's gonna perish if I bring her. There's like siege weapons in Pegasi. Who are we bringing along? We could bring Douglas. I mean, it's an option. How badly do we want to bring Douglas into the party? Because that could be kind of epic and neat. Sure, we'll bring Douglas. I could bring Lance, but I'm afraid to bring Lance because he's a paladin. Gonzo. Wait, I want to bring Echidna. Echidna goes like up here. Actually, no, she'll go next to Gonzo. I promise it makes sense in my head. Oh, I am also very afraid for Zeus. This map is going to be turbo sketch for training this guy, but... Lara wasn't holding anything important, right? I don't think she was. I think she was just holding a steel sword, a pure water, and elixir. I don't think she was holding anything super important. Here, we'll do like this. We're probably not promoting Zeus in this map, right? No way. Alright, Zeus, time to give you some weapons. Iron Lance. More Slim Lance. I mean, I'll bring a Javelin. You're not going to do anything with it, but... Bring the Horse Slayer. And the Gantz Lance. Give me that. Me when... Here, you have Iron Lance. Welcome to the armies. Here's your training toothpick. I might want to bring the Brave Lance on someone. FE12. I think it also does, because it changes how Dragonstones work. It doesn't do the, like, you use a Dragonstone to transform. And if you play on the highest difficulty, you can't get the special Dragonstones. Because you don't get the Warp Staff in the highest difficulty. So you just can't go to that secret shop in Lunatic. Which I think is upsetting, at the very least. No, you do not want the big iron. Silver axe. Hand axe. One use of halberd. I think I'm cool with either lances or axes on wyverns. If you do axes, it does make them a little bit more different. Like, it helps set them apart from Pegasus Knights a little bit more, instead of just being Pegasus Knight again. Would you like that? Actually, Clarine, you take... Is there a status on this map? There is a sleep staff, so we don't want to bring that. Oh, I kind of want to bring Merlinus in this map. Because I think you can buy killers in this map. I really want to bring Merlinus. Who do we drop for Merlinus? Because I want to bring, like, most of these guys, because they're all hard mode units. I guess the only units who aren't hard mode bonus units are, like, Douglas, Echidna, Clarine, and, like, Hugh and Ray. But, like, they have to come along. Who do we drop? Oh, the real answer is Douglas, but I think I might drop Douglas for a map. Because I kind of want to bring Merlinus. I think I'll have room for him next map. Next map, he's going to be so high. At least I think I'll have room for him. Instead, we'll bring you along. Everyone, like, store all their extra stuff. So I'll know how much I need to go, like, shopping and stuff. Geese, give me those. Cool. We are probably going to take the sandbar route, because it's the safest. I know it's kind of the most boring, but it's kind of the safest route, so it's the one we're taking. I think I'll do, like, a line of units here turn one. There's Killer Lance guy. Echidna, you have 33. That's 48. Echidna Oko's this guy. That's kind of awesome. Why is everyone else promoted? Why am I the only unpromoted guy? I have the Horse Slayer on release. I might give that to Milady for a sec to Oko this guy. How do I want to do this? Someone might die because they get bored, but that is a sacrifice I'm probably going to take or make. I might just step aside and not bait this guy turn 1. I'm afraid of arena grinding. Someone's gonna die. So wait, you go down here because you're the least necessary. You go down here because I'm scared you're gonna die. Yeah, I think we're gonna tuck away in the corner for a sec. And then deal with our problems in a sec. Otherwise, I think everyone else is mostly good to go. Yeah. But first, I'm gonna go get some more water, and we'll do another map. I'll be right back. It's me again. Oh, I think the map says like Remy down there because even though we're in like Etruria or heading towards Ilia, like those are like the country names. This is like the regional name. So we're in like the region of Remy in Etruria. That's how I always saw it, at least. Ratatouille looking name. Okay, but that means it's really good because Ratatouille is really, really good. I've never tried the dish itself. I mean, like the movie. I like that movie. I like this theme. Murdoch's theme. Murdoch's pretty neat. It's kind of funny that he shows up for like 2 seconds in FE7 to be like, hey kids, remember me? I'm Murdoch. Okay, make sure Z stays out of combat for a sec. My boy's gonna explode if he looks at a weapon wrong. He's a bad guy, but not a bad guy. Let's do like this. They're still not supporting. Okay, as long as we're out of range of the Silverlance guy, like, we'll be mostly safe on a bunch of our units. For going for the hide in a corner strat. Very famous among runners. You should give it a shot one day. It's actually quite revolutionary. Hey, can we one-use bait this javelin, actually? Wait, hold on. Wait, we're gonna ball. Yeah, the problem isn't that Yeah, the problem is not that FE6 has plot holes related to FE7, it's that FE7 has problems in its story related to FE6. Alright, let's see if my baiting works. Nope, it's not gonna work. Dadoosh. Bonk! Get gonzoed, idiot. How long does it take for the Sandbuyer to appear? 12 years. Hey, we actually one-use baited. Efficient use of money, 1 iron axe per paladin. It's a very beautiful trade. Okay, how do we set this up to be a Z's kill? Oh my. Oh no. Ooh, that's... Ew, he is Zeesing out. Yeah, luck issue immediately spotted. That did not take long. Okay, we can do this to set up a little bit. No, we just got Milady out of I get crit by everything territory. Okay, we can go for a Slim Lance hit here. God. Yo! Oh, he eats a crit like a champ. Ah, screw it. One range disrespect. Ooh. See, that's where you're wrong about the training arc returning. It never left. Alright, he's east. Oh, we gotta make sure his animations are on. There we go. Alright, Z's. First round of combat. Make me proud. Oh. Yep. This is gonna be a long run. Hey, I'll just dance him so we can take another shot at it. Oh my god, you just sent the exact same thing I was saying. Oh my god. Let us get away. training phase. This guy. This is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough, guys. Larum died because I forgot siege weapons were a thing and that she would die to a single siege weapon hit. I thought she at least had enough magical bulk to live a single purge use. But unfortunately, I was wrong. Yeah, when people say normal mode, Zeus is an S, this is as close as we're getting. Alright, Merlin, just get out of the way so you can go shopping soon. Also start building up some supports, because Zeus needs all the help he can get. It was in 16X. Does that guy have a siege weapon? Oh lord. That's scary. Alright, Zeus. Tate's jagging out. Alright, Zeus. Take 2. I believe in you. Look at him go. His first kill. Ooh. That was some pretty juicy. Alright, he's level 7. These guys are double his level. Right. Make sure we do not put him in ballista range. We got just regular ballista. Gonzo, go get him. Here, give him his sport bonuses. He deserves them. Woo! The circle has now complete. When Tate joined, she was the trainee. Now she's the Jagan. There's always 2, a Jagan and a trainee. Okay, but calling random units S, that's just how archetypes work in this series. People just call anything that slightly resembles another type an archetype. Oh my gosh. I feel like with Zeus, they were kind of going for like an FE1 or FE3 S. Like, I can see it, especially in normal mode. I can kind of see like how you would come to that. I don't think it's like wrong to call him an S. I'm not gonna like get upset because you called Zeus an S. Corell's the true S, those growths. I want to know where the idea of an oify, like where the term was coined. Because I used to say oify, but then once I actually used oify and like used certain units, I was like, well, why do we have this? Here, go build some supports. Yeah, Zeus is not amazing out of the box. You really got to training arc this poor guy. Merlin, let's go up. Roy, go up. Ray, you can stay down here. Priscilla, Clarion, you can stay down here. They still moving. Okay, I think we can try to go for like a kill. Oh wait, there's these guys. Percy, my magic win button that helps me fix problems I don't know how to solve. So you can reach there. I need to drop him 1, 2. I don't want to put him in the arena. He's gonna perish. He's gonna die in the arena. I don't want that to happen to my guy. Oh, these guys overlap. That is evil. I could barrier, but I only have 6 more barrier use. 7... 16. So that's 26 total damage. He lives both. So yeah, I guess we'll do like this. Build up support. Alright, go shopping. What do I want to sell? I can sell 1 lockpick. I can sell Areola. I can sell this Divine Tome. I'm never going to use that. What else do we want to sell? I think I want the rest of this. I want these bows for Shin. Probably gonna sell the Steel Axe. I'm never gonna use that. I'm gonna Steel Lance. I'm gonna sell some of these Steel Lances. Again, I'm never gonna use these. Yeah, we kind of do need Zeus alive for true ending, which is why training him is going to be horrifying. Because he could just at any moment just explode. Here, I found the perfect use for Clarine and Roy at the moment. You are going to bait Ballista. Meow. Okay, let's see what happens. We're just gonna take this one nice and slow. Oh, there's crit on him. Thundertome's having crit is scary. If Gale had... most of my runs Gale survives because I just warp past the map. Zoop. Ow. So here's the scary part, though. How do we lure this guy in closer now? Bend up. Because now we have to actually like, lure him to like actually fight him now. Q. How about this? Zeus definitely needs to get out of range. I do not trust Zeus to be in range of this guy. Here, Q heals you. The birds dance while we wait for the water. Okay, here's the hopes that... Okay, here's what we do. We put you right here, like this. But then we put, like, you back here. And hope he tries to go for, like, any of the... Look at all these juicy targets. Look at all these units you can go for with your Purge Tome. You should go for one of these guys. And Roy just keeps sitting there and looking pretty. So, Lockpick, Divine, Steel Axe, Steel Lance, Steel Lance. Perch Roulette. Oh, this is the map where Wolt canonically lost his life defending his liege. Hey, he took the bait. You've fallen right in. Oh, it's already here. Ignore that music. Alright, get this guy. Get him. Cool. The purge is gone. We can outspeed this map at whatever speed we want. Tank element for tectonic shift. Alright, everyone zooming forwards now. We're taking the top path. Yeah, ignore the under the blue sky jump scare. Oh, I'll still find a way to seek consequences for my actions unintentionally. I will definitely. I hereby promise to all of you that I will mess up at some point, and it won't even be on purpose. Like, that's my little treat to you. We can eat one more hit, just so I'm not eating all of my what's it called? So I'm eating up all my men staff uses. Sell that. Sell that. I'm not gonna sell the big iron. Are you implying Larum was on purpose? No, Larum was not on purpose. That was also an accident. Bring the silver cards. We can go shopping. Steel Lance. I don't have a lot of money to work with, but I definitely want like a Killing Edge, Killer Lance, Javelin, Killer Axe. No, you don't get it. You sell the silver card because it sells for like 2,000 gold pieces. Think of the profits. Larum had the girlfriend curse that's out of Jacob's control. Look, I can't change fate, okay? Like, some things are just destined to happen and there's just nothing I can do about it. Like, God deciding Wendell was gonna die. I couldn't do anything about that. Planning to go on a boot shopping spree. I will probably buy a couple pair of boots, but I'll probably buy a whole bunch of other stuff too. Like just other stat boosters. Alright, run away. That Wendell death has been seared into my long-term memory. Hey, we can get the double Swordmaster support. Rutger. That is his name. Look at that. Super crits. What's the Wendell death? In the FE11 Ironman, I did. Do you have a Wendell death YouTube short? Do I? Did I ever make like a little? Oh, I wasn't doing any kind of like stream highlights at the time. Whenever that happened. So no, I guess not. So the Wendell story. I made Wendell into a paladin. This is also where the paladin deaths narrative comes from. I made Wendell into a paladin just because, thought it'd be cool. And he faces a round of combat with an armor knight and gets 1% crit and lives. Eats it like a champ. So I was like, okay, that was terrifying. Whew, that was scary. Mend him back up to full HP. Yeah, Roger's joining map. I mend him back up to full HP. Whew, you know, that was really scary. Very next round of combat, he gets 1% crit again. And it puts him at low enough HP so that the next guy runs in and swoops in for a kill and kills him. So my man got 1% crit twice in a row. Oh, and after he got hit by the second 1%, he leveled luck. So if he would have gotten that point of luck a round of combat earlier, he would have lived. What is Wendell's luck? He has like 2 luck or something in base. He has no luck. Yeah, his time was over. God wanted him dead. There was no mortal being who could have kept him alive. Like, for some reason, the deities had decided that it was Wendell's time, and there was nothing mankind could do to keep Wendell on this plane. Oh, wow, they already have a support. Wow. I mean, yeah, that's probably, like, one of our better ideas. Zeus, behind you! There's a nomad behind you. There's no enemies around. Don't worry, Zeus, you'll get there. Well, yeah. Yeah, he sure is. Wendell would put Roy in the arena. Aw, that's sweet. Cool. Yeah, so Wendell died, so I was like, okay, that sucks. At least I still have Jagan. I deployed Jagan in the next map, and he dies. So I was like, huh, that sucks. I still have George at least, so I made George a paladin so we could have high movement for the next map coming up. And then George died because of the way enemy stats rolled. So all my units just kept dropping. It was scary. Here, Q, go deal with this guy. Q there, in the drip. Go fight this guy. That's the Thimble better guy. 28. Yeah, he's fine. Oh yeah, shoutouts to Fimblevetter for technically existing. You're still a project unit, so you don't have your hard mode bonuses. Woo! Fimblevetter! The tome that kind of exists if you squint hard enough. Ice magic is so weird in this series. The devs can't decide whether they want us to have it or not. No, don't discard. Because some games have, like, Blizzard magic, which is kind of cool. Some games have, Fimblevetter. But it's, like... yeah, this is all fine. Uh-oh. 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 Oh yeah, we also have freeze staves. What element is Surge? I thought Surge was just, like, energy. Whoosh. It is bizarre that there's no water magic in Fire Emblem. Like, there's no water magic whatsoever. The closest thing we have is ice magic. But that's kind of more wind magic almost. How much does that mage weigh down my Fimblevetter? Good question. Weighs 8. He only loses 2 speed. But guess who wouldn't lose any speed from it, baby? Okay, but... So that didn't stop people, because if you went to the Awakening Miiverse page, you would find people who would go through the peak comedy of naming a weapon like water, and then like giving it to a unit who you're about to do the child paralogue for. That would say like, oh, so-and-so's water broke. And it's like, oh, guess it's time to go do the Owain map. Hey, Roy contribution! Look at him go, I'm so proud of him. Alright, Ray. Ooh, he doubles. I always forget Owain as a unit because I never associate Owain, Inigo, and Severa with Awakening. They are Fate's characters to me. I always associate those three with Fates. 23, that goes on to 10, he's fine. The Ballista cannot reach. Ooh, Shaver in FE3, I forgot about Shaver. It's like a Diet Excalibur. FE3 in general has really good spell animations. Okay, here's the plan. This is a 1 tile wide. You have 3 trillion HP. So I think we just plop Gonzo right here and say ha 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 ha. Here, we'll even go here for support bonuses. Funnily enough, the Fates versions of those characters are some of my favorite characters in the game. Like, in Fates. Like, that trio are some of my favorite characters in the game. I love all 3 of them in Fates, specifically. I forgot how much Garrett has at base. Gonzo usually has way more by now, but, hard mode stats. Because, Mom, where are my hard mode bonuses? I think I just like them in Fates because I like their 3 dynamic together. Like, I like seeing them all 3 together in, like, their supports or whatnot because they have, like, a history and a past with each other. Come on, Gonzo! Oh, I guess he's a crit boost. So he's kind of like the worst people to be walling with. Okay, Severa's personal skill is pretty bad, but I don't care. I still think she's cool. When I first saw it, I thought Severa's personal was awesome. I was like, you're saying that, dude, like, this unit can guarantee a critical hit as long as the person she's backing up also crit? That's so cool. Me not realizing that a crit usually kills anyways. And yeah, having a personal skill that doesn't do very much is not a death sentence in the slightest. Hey! Ooh! Ah! Poke. Some units' personals are definitely better than others, but it's not like a death sentence if someone has a somewhat poor personal skill. I'm not surprised Roy isn't 20 because for like the entire Etruria arc, I just can't ever find a way to use him. Okay, we're not going to fly him in ballista range. We're going to fly you down. So you can go help with the pegs. That's kind of some of the best people you can train him on are these pegs. Alrighty, Shin, go get him. Ooh, setting up a kill. Yeah, that's some. I just also don't think there's any reason to really train him. Keep him at level 15, just like his age. No, we can't use Roy anymore. It's so over. No crit. The Gonzo experience. Miss double crit. That's just how Gonzo be. That's just the Gonzo experience. Saving a weapon uses Giga Chad. He just can't stop winning. He's just so good. He's such a good unit. Yeah, even untrained Roy like does work with the Binding Blade. It's you do not need to train Roy to do like 90% of what he's going to do. He's fine. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Reinforcements. There are so many. Oh my god, he has a sword. You're not supposed to have that. What are you doing? Bonk. If I use Gonzo, I want a soundboard so I can play Odd Dang It or I Can't Stop Winning. He's going nuts. Gonzo has popped off this run. This Gonzo is so far ahead on his strength and speed, it's incredible. Oh god. Hey, you can stop now. Like, you don't have to keep... Okay, this is fine. Yeah, Laram's kind of freaking dead. I'm too used to Todd being able to live a hit from Purge. So I left her in range of a Purge tome without thinking, and she got Purged. If only she could be as awesome as Todd. So, no, Dancer's gonna suck a little bit, but we'll make do. So, I'm not gonna actually do this, I just want to see what the combat looks like. Oh, that's gross. That is yucky. Todd's so epic, he gives you 1,200 gold. Still the best decision I ever made in that run. Yikes. Okay, these are steel lance pegs. This is what people say Z's. Yeah, this right here. This is what Z's haters say Z's actually is. These are steel lance pegs, and he's like not doubling them. That's incredible. This is so sad. The Z's haters are winning. I will not accept this. Normal mode Zeus has truly fallen off. When was he on? When was he ever online? I guess I'll enemy phase with Iron Lance and then like go for a kill. How much do you do actually? Wait a sec. Ooh, that's the play. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Attack here. Wait, that's the play. Z's, back up. Hey, we already did get the Milady C support. Wait, what is that support? Oh, Thunderdark. Hey, the half hit is appreciated. Tate's kind of had a little bit of a redemption arc. She's been jagging for Zeus a little bit in this map, so that's kind of cool. Gonzo, you just keep being your good old self, because I love you. Gonzo, get this guy. Easy. Graduating from training to Jagan. You can make one of those, you make one of those, like, bad mobile game ads, where it's like level 1 trainee, level like 62 Jagan. IS were cowards and wouldn't let us keep the grip boost. Level 100 Goto! Yeah, like the little scrub starts off level 1 trainee, level 50 Jagan, level 100 Goto. Oh yeah, Armad's Gonzo is gonna go nuts. Okay, it does mean that enemies also have a crit boost, but that's why IS just gives you tools to deal with it, like an Iron Rune. I think adding 30% crit boost and then giving the player access to like a crit reduction item that you have to like trade around and be smart with is a way more fun than 15% crit boost. Simply have more luck. Well, that's also the case. It's also that easy. I feel like I remember the reinforcements in this map going on for a really long time. Giving the player 15 Iron Runes is something Kago thought was the problem. Alright, Zeus. Let's go! He's Zeusing out. Yeah, 15 crit. It doesn't help anything, because anything higher than 0... Oh, he got luck! He got luck! Crit avoid! Oh. Because any crit higher than, like, 0 is too high on the enemy. But the 15 crit just isn't enough to do anything on player units, though. So I'd much rather just both sides have, like, 35% crit boost. Alright, but now we gotta get him out of there. Oh, shit, what round's this guy? Oh, this. We do like this. If you die to a crit, any crit is bad, but 50% is extra bad because it's 1 in ace. Yeah, it's... Like, it's... Crit is one of those stats where it's so weird, because on the player, little bits just don't do anything. But if the enemy has, like, single-digit crit, it's like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means you go here. Actually, we'll build the sports. I don't mind enemies having luck. If anything, I kind of don't like enemies having 0 luck. Because it kind of just means crits start flying all over the place, and I'm not really a huge fan of that. Mend you up. So I'm not really a huge fan of just giving enemies 0 luck. I'm probably just gonna... Yeah, no, that's still kind of sketch. We could also do like that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's too far away. Crits are fun, but 0 luck's not the solution. Yeah, it's... Yeah, I'm not a fan of like enemies having 0 luck. I think that's too far in the other direction. Alright, everyone just vibe down here. We're probably going to be here for a little bit. I guess if I really wanted to, I could like swoop in for this. Go for a silver axe. But I don't think I want to do that. I could go here to kind of like force them to spread their attacks out. If I do like that, that forces them to spread their attacks out a little bit. You'll take 13 plus 11. That's 24, leaves you at 12. If you get hit by everything, you die. Or I could go right here, because the bows are not going to go for him. And he's still getting his support bonuses. This'll work. I mean, enemies having luck is a little bit of a reason why, like, enemy avoid is higher in this game and hit rates are a little lower, but it's mostly the weapon hits. It's the little bit of luck that the enemy has, giving them, like, 7 or 8 extra avoid is nothing compared to the 10 less hit that the weapons have. Okay, Percy's gonna eat these guys, but that's fine. So once we get this back under control, we'll have Tate enemy face some more guys. There's so many Pegasus Knights. I really like how, because TMGC handles enemy crits, where the enemy's like default crit rate that relies on your skill stat is like cut into 2/3. So for example, the crit formula was also changed, where crit is, instead of half skill, crit is skill minus 10. Which helps out in the early game from enemies having low % crit on you, which is awesome. 19... Okay, she doesn't kill. But it helps prevent enemies from having low % crit on you, which is really appreciated. And it cuts the enemy crit rate by a little bit, so that enemies don't just have stray 1% everywhere, because having to reset because of a crit just doesn't feel good. It just doesn't feel great to have to play around. You've only played the Sakai route? Oh, well, you'll get to see Ilya now. But yeah, this map is the first map of like the Ilya split. I don't mind it. It's just a little slow if you want to go, if you don't want to have to deal with all of the purges and stuff. So it just kind of takes a little bit. Yeah, the sandbar is kind of a cute idea. I like the sandbar idea. Nah, it doesn't really add very much. By the time you try to loop around the right side of the map, it's... They just reuse the Pegasi. It's the same right, or they just reuse the Pegasi. Because by the time you try to go right, you have to deal with these ambush spawning Pegasus Knights, which is just not fun. Does sand give a void bonus? It does not. It's technically considered plains tiles, not sand. Yo, it's just like FE12, where you look at the terrain and say, oh, that's what that is, and then it's not. Hey, she doesn't need magic. Magic's a dumb stat anyways. I don't know, in my first playthrough, I naturally ended up going to Ilya because I thought Sue like felt really bad early on. I think Sue has a pretty rough first impression, whereas you can kind of easily set up kills for Shannon her joint map. We'll keep this squad over here to help deal with this. Roy, you go up. I mean, Sue has like fine speed, but what is her speed base again? I don't remember it being anything super high or notable. I just remember it being like alright. Oh, more pegs. Hope you guys wanted some more of those. Oh, I like the minus the void tiles in FE4. SOV avoid bonuses. So I like magic going through avoid bonuses. I don't know how like everyone else feels about it, but I actually really like magic cutting through avoid bonuses. Oh, Tate, you're supposed to be jagging. Hey, that looks like a Z's kill. Who's ready for Zeus? Woo! He's Zeusing out. I wonder if I just leave him right here, if this peg will go for him. I kind of want to see. Let's see if the peg just goes for him. Here, everyone else back off. Here we go. We're gonna box strategy. It'll work, trust. Oh, I also like having magical avoid. I like having physical avoid and magical avoid. Oh god, not evasion. Finally, Renak has utility. He can evasion all the fireballs. No, I'm okay with just calling it like P avoid and like M avoid. I don't like the term dodge. Can we please get a different term for crit avoid than dodge? I know crit avoid. I know a lot of people don't like crit avoid that much, but can we please just get another term than dodge? Like, I don't know. I can't off the top of my head think of a better term for it. But can we just please not have dodge be the word for that? I guess block. I thought I had an idea for it once. I had an idea for like, oh, why don't we just call it this? But now I can't remember what I called it. What if we called crit evasion luck? See, I don't mind having avoid and crit avoid, but I think ideally you try to not have like some words or terms sound too similar to each other. So whereas I'm fine with just calling it avoid and crit avoid, I think it would make more sense to try to find another term other than like something avoid. Yeah, luck does not increase your critical hit rate, but I guess now that I think about it, almost every other RPG that I've ever played, luck does improve your crit rate. It's less of like an accessibility thing, and I don't know, it feels better to just call it like two different things than like, I don't know. That's why I'm kind of happy that they changed skill to be dex. Because if you're going to have skills in your game, I think it makes sense to change that into dex. So you have skills and dexterity. And, like, most RPGs use dex as a term of, like, hit rate or whatever. So, I don't know. I like them being separate and not being referred to as the same thing. Or similar to each other. I want to say Path of Radiance refers to it as crit evade. Yeah, the game where they did that, the game where they changed skill to dex, they changed skills to abilities. And I'm like, okay. Zeus! Yeah, there's only so many words you can use that aren't avoid that mean avoid. I mean, you could refer to it, you can try to think of it as like a blocking term or like a nullifying term. Oh, weapon ranks are called abilities. I thought the things you equip in your skill slots were called abilities. Here, we'll have you attack this guy. God, I know I thought of something one time that I really liked the term for. Now I cannot remember what it was. Woozies! He's so real. Oh, I cannot remember what it's called. I'll have to see if I can like find it somewhere. Maybe it's buried in like a Discord message somewhere. Okay, so they can reach these back guys, but I kind of don't care. We're just going to keep up whatever this formation is, and just let this ride. Yo, we can introduce poise just like Dark Souls and see how easily your unit gets like hit stunned back onto another tile after they take damage. 5 promoted units are hanging out just to make sure Zeus doesn't go up in flames. Look, he needs all the help he can get, okay? Give him a break. He's doing his best. What's a good word for, like, crit avoid or, like, crit blocking? Yeah. Or, like, nullify can almost work for, like, how well you, like, null the chance for a critical hit. I guess maybe like a defensive word could work. Something that's kind of describing the idea of you're like shielding the crit from even happening. Oh, I need to be careful. Sleep Staff is over here. Okay, he doesn't move, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. And 9 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So he can reach here. That's annoying. Wow. I mean, we do have like the Hoplon Guard, which is supposed to be like a shield almost, so it like blocks criticals. I don't know. I don't know if I like the idea of like single-use Iron Runes that much, mostly because it like you're already clamoring for inventory slots, I guess. I guess it means you can spread them out easier, like if you got a whole lot of them. Okay, so this is all fine. Oh, awareness could be a good word. Because it's like how well you like read the opponent to like not get critically hit or whatever, how aware you are to keep your guard up. Hey, and awareness is what Nihil in FE4 is called, and that's what grants immunity to critical hits. So once you look at that, we would have come full circle. There are still more Pegasus Knights showing up. There's so many. No, I'm not going to call it dodge. Okay, I also... Where would you rather go for take? Zeus is right there. A single syllable word does help, I guess. My deal with dodge, the reason... Okay, I might be more open to it being called dodge if there was, like, a glossary or a codex or a book in the game that tells you dodge means crit avoid. Because I remember playing Fates whenever I was younger and not understanding why my avoid wasn't going up when I was equipping weapons that gave me extra dodge. Like, I would equip, like, the bronze sword on Selena, and the enemy would still have the same hit on her.
can hover over text and engage to see what it means. I don't remember in Engage. I haven't checked, but I just remember in Fates being really bothered by it being called dodge, because dodge like just doesn't make any sense in my mind for like why it's called that. I remember that deeply upsetting me in my like Fates playthroughs. Well, these guys didn't want to go for Zeus anymore. That's so sad. I think best case scenario, Fire Emblem just adds like a menu you can go to, like a glossary of terms you can go to that states like here's what all of these like abbreviations mean for all your stats or whatever. There we go. Has what PRF and PRF has been established for? I don't know if we ever like gotten an official name or term for why it's called PRF. I want to say I've heard it supposed to mean like preferred is a word I've heard for it. I think preferred is the word that it's probably trying to go for. I don't know why it feels the need to do that, because if you play like a Japanese version of FE8 or FE7, instead of saying PRF or like, oh, I guess the rapier says E, that's funny. But if you play like FE7 or 8, the sword rank just says a star. It doesn't say PRF, it's just a star. Just say that it's like a special weapon. Which I think works just fine. Okay, we keep this up down here. Oh my god, no more Pegasus Knights. But there's no star rank. It'll be just like FE4. It'll be an FE4 reference. Look at him go, he's ballin'. See, I don't like the LT engine though. I'd rather just play it on MGBA. I don't really like the look and feel of LT that much. That scared me. Okay, I think she's fine though. That was a little scary. The Gonzo. Hey, at least he's like hit plus missing because it's 50-something%. Oh, we can do like that. Or we can go for Iron Lance. No, 70% hit. We take those. There we go. He's balling alright. I think we just keep this charade up a little longer. I know you can do some cool stuff with LT stuff. Like, I know there's like cool mechanics and stuff people have pulled off with it, but I don't know. It just feels off to try to use. I don't know. There's just something about it that just feels really Hall of Mirrors almost when I try to use it. Oh, LT is like a it's an engine that people will make like GBA flavored hacks on. So it's like a whole separate engine that you make it on that isn't GBA, but it looks like GBA. At least from what I've seen. Most of the ones I've seen have done their best to like make stuff look like GBA Emblem. I'm not as big a fan of it because it's not very well put together for controllers. Like, the couple times I've tried to use it, I've tried to do it with like a Switch Pro controller, and it just does not function with the Pro controller very well. It's very much made with like keyboards in mind, which I don't use keyboards because I don't like using keyboards for games. So that's something that kind of doesn't work with me. I'm also so used to GBA at this point. Like, the way GBA works and functions and feels is like embedded into my long-term memory. And so anything that appears slightly off is like, I don't know. It just weirds me out a little bit. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It just comes up as off. I still think it's worth giving a lot of fan games in the series a try. I mean, there's tons of them out there. There's so many like ROM hacks out there. I definitely think it's worth like giving some a try at least. No, do not play The Last Promise as like an early ROM hack. Do not play Last Promise. That will sour your opinion of. I haven't played as many ROM hacks as other people have. I know Danny's played a lot of ROM hacks, so she's probably a better person to ask for like ROM hack recommendations. It's almost like she has like videos on her channel called like ROM hack recommendations or whatever. I need to think for a sec. Okay, everyone's alive over here. Okay. Yeah, we're golden. So I'm not as well known on like good hacks. I played a couple. I played TMGC on stream. I played a little bit of Cerulean Crescent. I know there's one or two others I played. Oh, I played some of sort of Heaven and Earth, and I thought it was cool for like 2/3 of it, and then I kind of like fell off of it. I know Vision Quest is a very popular one, but if you're looking for something more vanilla, something that doesn't have a lot of the complexities that a lot of ROM hacks go for, I gave Blessed Hearts a try. And it's very, it does feel very FE8 at heart. There's some little changes here and there, like Bowser 1-2 range. And as far as skills go, there's only like 1 or 2 skills here and there. Very few, there's no like personal skills. A couple of classes have class skills, like Warriors have Lancebreaker, but there's not a lot of skills in Blessed Hearts. It's a very safe ROM hack, I think, to play if you want to like ease yourself into more complex ROM hacks. I think it's a very safe one to try out, just to ease you in from. It feels like a very safe pick if you're very used to. If you're used to something similar like FE8 or FE7, it's pretty good for that. I haven't played Call of the Armor, but I've heard you say lots of good things about Call of the Armor, so I'm willing to believe you. Yeah, I've heard Call of the Armor's pretty short, so if you want something shorter to get into, that's a pretty good one. I'm trying to remember how far into Blessed Heart I got, and then I got busy with something. I ended up starting something else. Oh, these guys are... Wait, where are you going? Oh, you have a vulnerary. I forgot this guy was like running up to the forest, so I was like, where are you going? See, the problem is that you played Andron Saga, which is bad and made by a horrible person. I could have stole that vulnerary, true. And yeah, some hacks can be pretty long, but you can find some shorter ones. Again, like, I've heard Blessed Heart is pretty short. I'm being told Call of the Armor is pretty short. So they can be pretty cool for just, like, dipping your toes into, like, trying out some other ROM hacks without diving headfirst into a 35 chapter long campaign. Out of the very few that I've played, TMGC is like the best one that I've played, and some of like the best Fire Emblem that I've played. So I can recommend that one quite a bit. There's all kinds of difficulty selections. You can play like normal, hard, or lunatic. You can even switch the difficulty on the fly. You can, like, in the preps, you can, like, switch the difficulty around. You can turn on, like, 100% growth mode, 0% growth mode. There's a reverse mode where all the enemies have, like, super vantage, which is epic. What got you to pull the trigger and play those hacks? Blessed Heart I tried because I had heard good things about it. So yeah, I just decided to play it. Cerulean Crescent, kind of the similar thing. I had heard like some people say it was fun, so I tried it. I actually played TMGC while it was still being developed. I started my playthrough of TMGC before it was even finished, which was a very interesting experience, getting to play it as it was being developed. Let's see, we're almost out of pegs. Yeah, we good. What do you have equipped still, mans? Yeah. What are some other hacks I tried? I can't think of very many other ones that I've tried. I haven't spent a lot of time like delving into the ROM hack community to look for like different hacks. The pegging session almost over. Why are they going for Tate? Stop. Go for Zeus, he's right there. So I guess I can't think of very many other hacks, but Blessed Heart is just, if I had to recommend one for people who haven't played many ROM hacks at all, Blessed Heart was just a really fun one to kind of stomp through. Boom. Would I rather play FE7 every fog Ironman or someone else's hack? Oh, probably someone else's hack. I'm willing to give them a try. I just kind of get distracted by other stuff every now and then. Okay, the pegs are gone, so we can fly up now. You shouldn't be a problem for the map. Oh, I guess like this fighter's over here, so you can't fly a Pegasus Knight over here to like kill this guy. So it's like, oh, the fighter's gonna get you. Alright, time to move out at a leisurely pace. Bum, 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 bum. I don't think I've ever heard of Pyrathi Warlords. That doesn't sound very familiar. Where does the leisurely pace joke come from? It comes from FE4. In Genealogy, in Chapter 10, there's a boss with a whole bunch of mounted units, and basically the evil dark mage on the castle is like, hey, we need you to get out there on the front lines and go, like, stop these light inheritors or whatever, because they're stopping our child hunts, and we can't have that. And this paladin boss is like, man, I really don't want to, like, go help the child hunts, but I guess, like, I have to do what I have to do. Men, See Selef's army over there? We charge on them. So move out. But at a leisurely pace. And then it proceeds to play like the most chill enemy phase music you have ever heard. Like the least threatening enemy phase music you can imagine. 20 speed Gonzo? Yeah, especially without his hard mode bonuses. He has been going nuts. Said leisurely pace boss is also like one of the hardest enemies in the entire game. The guy who just wants to move out at a leisurely pace is like one of the actual scariest enemies you'll ever fight across the entire game. He's terrifying. Does he have Tornado? That's the guy in the previous map. This guy has a Brave Sword, Critical, and a Power Ring. And this is in a game with no crit avoid. So he just has like an 18 or 19% crit chance with a Brave Sword and a Power Ring. So there's not really a good answer to him. Yeah, I guess he never promised to fight at a leisurely pace. Here we go again. Oh god, oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're just gonna bait out the status stat because I don't feel like trying to play around that. What's the name of the Tornado Tone guy? Because Riddell is the leisurely pace guy. What's the name of the Tornado guy? I feel like it starts with an M. The answer is for steady 2 range. Yeah. You just blast them with 30 might wind tone from 2 range. What's the staff? It's sleep. But I forgot to put Clarine at the top of the deployment order, so she's gonna get slept if I try to like use her. Yeah, the one you're thinking of is the guy who shows up in the Hannibal map with the Tornado Tone. Musar, that's his name. Musar's the Tornado guy. Yeah, he's also scary. He's also like one of the hardest enemies in the whole game. It's weird. You have these like holy weapon bosses, but then you also have just dudes with the right weaponry that makes them terrifying. Like, who knew all it took to be scary was a Brave Sword and a Power Ring? I guess the Critical also makes them scary. Because there's just no way to really play around Critical and FE4 outside of just fight at 2 range. Maybe that's some of it as well. Like, you just don't realize how scary it is until you get into a round of combat with them. Like, you see Musar and you're like, oh, it's a Mage Knight, some dudes. Like, I can handle that. And then you realize he has, like, 19 AS, Pursuit, 20 Might Tome, and it's like, wait. Wait, this is hard. I don't want to do this. No, wait. Oh, because Musar has Pursuit. That's another thing. Musar is one of the few generic enemies in the game, or just enemies in the game with Pursuit. So he can actually double you. Gonzo chooses to sleep. Gonzo's just a little bit sleepy. He needs a nap. Oh, there's still one more use to sleep. I thought I got rid of all of them. And then Brave Sword in general is just cracked. Like, any enemy with a Brave Sword is going to be scary in FE4, I guess. Brave Sword is just so good. Why does it have 12 might? Why does it have 100 hit? Why is it only B rank? Yeah, we've had to eat a lot of restore uses. I went to grab the 10 use one so I can try to keep my restore uses split between multiple stabs. Gonzo does deserve a little bit of a nap. He's been awesome. He deserves a chance to just go sleepy for a sec. But sleepy time's over. Time to go bonk people. It is quite the heroic sword, yes. Yeah, the statuses are really annoying. I think if I had more than one Restorer user deployed, it would have been more bearable here, but I only have one Restorer deployed, which doesn't help. I guess status is also really obnoxious in GBA because you almost never use it on player units because the hit rate on status is just so bad. It's just never worth using. Can I, like, bait this guy into moving? He's 26. Yeah, he's fine. Not only does it only let you have, like, 3 uses of every status, it's garbage in the player's hands. It doesn't do anything. Yes, give me FE4 guaranteed status hit. Please. I love guaranteed status hit. The reason why I love guaranteed status hit is because the player always plays as if they're gonna get status. So an enemy status hit is usually high enough for it to be a problem. But if you make status hit guaranteed, it just makes status better in the player hands. Bonk. Yeah, it's similar to crit, where a little bit on the player just doesn't do anything versus a bunch of it on the enemy. And you're going to be playing around it existing anyways, so... And honestly, when it comes to games like FE4, or when it comes to games like GBA, the status is most likely going to hit anyways. So changing it from a 70 to a 100 doesn't really change anything. It just makes it more consistent for the player to use it. Ow. Got reaved. It just makes it more fun in the player's hands, because using status is so much fun. Like, using status is really fun in the player's hands. You just never get, like, usable status in the player's hands. I can understand, like, shortening status turns a little bit. I like status lasting more than one turn at the very least, for the player's hand's sake. So, like, because I really like using, like, sleep to disable an enemy for a couple turns. Silence to, like, turn off a mage for a couple turns. Sword Reaver! Napstaff Advocate. So I would change sleep. I think what I would do with sleep is kind of turn it into a mix of, like, freeze and sleep, where when you're you get put to sleep, and you get put to sleep for like 3 turns or so, but while you're asleep, all attacks have 100 hit on you, but every time you get hit, like, the sleep counter goes down by 1. So you can either use sleep to put someone to bed for 3 turns, so you don't have to think about them for 3 turns, or you can, like, put someone to sleep and then, like, hit them 3 times in a row with your guaranteed hit rate. Options. I don't know about the enemies having Restore, because if the enemy has Restore, it just makes the status suddenly feel so much less fun in the player's hands. It kind of gives me the same feeling as, like, it's not like Golden Sun. I love using, like, buffs in Golden Sun. Here, let's do something real quick. Bait this out so I can fly Zeus down to go do something. In games like Golden Sun, I love using, like, buffs and stuff, like buffing yourself up or whatever. But, it kind of bothers me that so many of the later bosses have Break or Dispel just to remove your buffs. and it just makes the buff suddenly feel like really pointless to use. So I get, especially since Golden Sun is a game where buffs do run out. It's not like SMT where like buffs stay up until they go back down. In Golden Sun, when you like put up a strength buff, it only stays up for like 4 or 5 turns, and then it goes away. So having so many bosses have just the ability to go, oops, you don't have your buff anymore. It's just like, that's kind of annoying. Okay, we're almost done baiting this out. At least I think that's how buffs work in SMT. I've never played SMT. I've only played Persona. I can maybe see like some enemies having restore, but like off the top of my head, I'm not really on board with it, but maybe I can be convinced. I'm welcome to being convinced. I have done like AI exploiting with buffs and break in Golden Sun. Because the AI only will use the break option if you have a buff up. So the strat is you have someone like Ivan just cast like impact. So the enemy will go, well, guess they're buffed. I guess I gotta debuff that now. And then the boss wastes like one of their whole turns just debuffing you. 25% to 24. Goes down to 9. 9 times 3 he lives. So I have definitely done my share of like weaponizing that against the enemies, but I kind of wish I could just use my buffs without dealing with like the enemy saying, "Nuh-uh." I wouldn't mind like the hexing rod being here if there was just a way to get rid of it. I do not like the hexing rod lasting for the entire map. I think it's really obnoxious. The hexing rod cuts your max HP in half for the rest of the map in Fates. And I am not really a fan. I don't think like Fates entirely needed restore staves, because status only lasts 1 turn usually. Oh my god, we can get a second support already. So I'm not on the fence of like Fates needs a restore staff or whatever. I'm just on the fence of like Fates did not need the hexing rod. But I don't mind like no restore in Fates. Now, I do want restore... I am peeving off. I can think of like 2 or 3 people in my mind right now that are gonna be so upset with this. But I also really wish there was like a staff that removed like stat debuffs on your units. Because I get really annoyed at the stat debuffs. Oh, you are one of them. Yeah, you are. But I really wish there was like a way to restore. I wish there was a way to restore stuff like enfeeble or debuffs on your units. Because I personally don't like them. All right, let's see if we can feed some of these kills to Zeus. Percy, go get him! Nice silver weapon, buddy. What if I had iron? Because with staves being limited uses, it wouldn't just be like a get out of jail free card. You couldn't just constantly remove like debuffs off of someone. It would just be something you would kind of have to be like pick and choosy. Oh, yeah, that's... Wait, 16. Wait, he actually lives ahead. He takes 32. He lives. Let's go for it. Hey! Promoted kill! Look at that. Now, I think we can get rid of this guy. I could meticulously feed all these kills to Zeus, but I really don't want to do that. That's going to take forever. Zeus, slow down. I got him. This is actually like really... This is really fitting. This is perfectly timed support conversation. That's funny. That was a very relevant support. Yeah, you can get 2 supports in this game per map if you are able to like funnel enough support points into it. Yeah, the support does improve hit by a little bit. It gives half hit. So it's like, eh. He rolled at 60 and she says, no, the problem is that it was a 60. I haven't seen very much of it. This is kind of my first time actually reading their supports. So thanks for kind of getting a feel for the first time for it. I kind of like it so far. I mean, she's just being protective because poor Zeus just needs to stay alive. Alrighty, let's... It's the same support between Lot and Wave with different portraits. Yeah. But hey, at least she knows that he's important for True Ending, and that's why she has to make sure he stays alive. Whoosh. I am always a fan of seeing like movies and media where the siblings actually like each other, like are actually friendly towards each other. That always makes me happy to see. Ooh, weaponry. Oh no! Oh no! Save me, Gans Lance! Yeah! EXP goes up. He's balling so hard. He's so Zeus. I love him. He's so goated. The 10 speed is a little sketch, but otherwise, like he's balling so hard. There's no way I'm gonna be able to feed him Ricardo. Go get him! 5 damage! God, this guy is so beefy. I will probably just have, like, Shin fight him. Yeah, it's effective damage, so that's pretty cool. Ricardo's almost as strong as you. No one can be as strong as you. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. No one can outdrip you. Just wait until he has that 4 Blaze rank. Let's go like that, like that, like that. Alright, Zeus. I trust. Go get him, Tiger. Ooh! Critical! Oh wait, their supports give full crit. Dark Thunder gives crit. That's right. Woo! Oh, he's so good. Who is the Delphi Shield? Hold on. I want to give him one more level up. I want to give him one more level. I'm going to go feed him this guy. I do have a little bit more Slim Lance. I have like 9 more uses of Slim Lance. There we go. I think we do a little of this. Why? Now dance Shin and oh wait. Yeah, if only I could do that. Doesn't that sound really cool? Is there anything else I want to buy before we leave? Arcardo. Can you crit and miss? Aww. I guess no one else in this army has the moves to dance. So, like, no one else can. I'm gonna go poke this guy and get him a level up, because I want him to hit level 13. Okay, I can patch him up with you. So he lives another hit. What if I just miss twice instead? Okay, now hit plus, crit plus miss. I mean, yeah, he almost got it. Here we go. How do we do this? Steel Blade. Rutger, how do you do? Can I trade him iron somehow? I want to set this up for Roy. Will I get... No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, he can walk on that little part of the water. That's upsetting. Well, actually, we might be able to box him in. How about this? You have the Delphi shield, so you're safe from arrows. If we go here... Grr. Here, let's see after he heals if he hits plus misses. Or how about this? We'll do like this first, actually. There is a method to the madness, I promise. Oh, here we go. This will be perfect. Ow. You fool. You've fallen for my trap! Look at him. Look at this idiot. Okay, we can go for a hit plus miss. Now miss. Miss right now. Miss. Miss. Aww. forgot about the Delphi shield that had a mini heart attack. Oh, I was gonna feed that to Roy. Okay, actually, is there anything I want to sell? More important question. Also, hi Luna. Now Roy can stay 15. He doesn't want to grow up. Go get him, Z's! He's so cool. Woo! Okay, this guy's a vulnerary, and I don't feel like playing this charade anymore. Is there anything I want to sell before I leave the map? Can I sell this one-use rapier? I'm gonna sell like these two. I need to. This is my moment. This is my chance to like do a whole bunch of selling, so I don't have to bring Merlinus out for. I can lock Merlinus back in the bench. Roy hates coming of age stories. Stay 15 forever. Okay, this I all want to keep. These two I want to sell. Those two I want to sell. Those I want to keep. Those I want to keep. Is there anything else I want to sell? Plus, any selling I do now is like freeze up like convoy space. True, I guess that does make Roy a Peter Pan at this point, since he doesn't want to grow up. Guys, I think it's over for the big steal. I'm sorry, I wish I didn't have to be the one to tell you, but I think it's over for big steal. Yo, wait, Captain Hook Zephiel, this sounds crazy. Let's keep going with this. Hugh's Anima rank is getting there. Sell the twos men to buy another one. Okay, you two are good. Goodbye, Big Steel. Hello, Big Steel on Cath. I see what you did there. Yo, you're right, the TikTok crocodile can be a dragon or something. I think that's everything I want to sell. And I'll just go that way. Yo, Murdoch can be Smee. I remember watching like the Disney Peter Pan movie a lot when I was younger, but I never remember finishing it. I remember getting like halfway through it and like moving on to go do something else. Sell those two, sell that, sell that, sell that. Oh, I remember watching 101 Dalmatians a lot too. That was another one where I would get like 3/4 way through it, and it kind of like lost my interest, sadly. I'm just gonna sell this one-use halberd. I think I keep everything else. Okay, I do know here in Here in like 2 maps, we can buy Physic and other goods and other cool stabs. It's not that I didn't like it, it's just that I just lost interest. Like, I wanted to go do something else. I wanted to go, like, play a game or something. I do need, like, 3 more Iron Swords, though. Iron Sword's too good. I have plenty of Iron Lances. I could use, like, 1 more Iron Axe. Grab another Iron Bow. I'm running short on funds. Promote Z's for Slim Sword access. I'm not buying a Slim Sword. This might be everything that I buy. Yeah. I think that's everything. Yeah, I remember watching a lot of those, like, older Disney movies whenever I was younger on, like, VHSs and some of them on, like, re-release DVDs. It was a pretty big deal. Oh boy, this map. Merlinus would have recruited Arcardo. Put him in charge of the supply as well. Oh, we do get the guiding ring. I can sell that. If I can get this guiding ring, I could, like, sell that. Because I don't really think I need it. So what goes on in Ilia anyways? Pegasus. Pegasus. Ballista. And this river turns to ice on a certain turn. The snow doesn't hinder your movement or anything, it's just for aesthetic. I probably will be using Nime some. Nime's too useful to not use. No, don't kill Percival. I need Percy. Well, I think that's going to be it for tonight. It's getting kind of late and we're going to eclipse the walls. Probably. Or I'll just sell it. I'm probably just going to sell Eclipse and buy stuff with it. But thank you all for coming along. I'm really glad 16x is over, because now I can actually play other maps that aren't 16x. But thank you all for coming around. I appreciate it, and I will see you all around.